So we're just down the road from my dad's place, and that's where I've stored the four-wheeler, and he was telling me that there's another bear just living off of where his driveway is in here somewhere, and it's pulled down another cherry tree. So he said he saw it the other day, so it's in there somewhere, and we're only 100 yards down the road from his place. So jumping on the bike today, we're gonna do a route that I'll show you guys on the computer. I'm gonna just stop and check things on the road that we see, do some droning over the, there's a lake back there, quite a few swamps, and we're gonna take a tour and see what we can find. Okay guys, just to let you know where we're going today. Home base is North Bay. My dad lives out here in Redbridge. This is the field area that we've been covering. Last time we did Sandam Road up here. Today we're gonna go out to the North River Road, jump on the four-wheeler, and we're going to go straight back to North River Road until it turns into four-wheeler trails. And what I want to do is check some of these off the main trail routes and look for mud holes and things where we can look for track traps. So where a lot of people are not traveling, mostly just animals, and we're going to throw up the drone. This right here is a main fishing river from when I was a kid, so I want to see if we can drone that. We'll have to. There's a couple of small trails that come down right here, actually this trail. And maybe from here we'll send the drone down and try to get some footage of that. Any of these small swamps along the way. Eventually we're going to make our way back here to this power line. And that's as far as I think we're going to go today. The main trail ends right here, and then you've got to go down the power line. It's kind of rough going. But if we can make it to this creek here, this is the Pine Water Creek. I want to put the drone up here and go down each one of these tributaries. And there's some small trails all along here that we can check. They're kind of out of the way, not used by everybody. And that's the plan for today. So that should take probably 4 or 5 hours to cover that ground in and out. Just being a passenger for a little bit, I've had an idea. Some of these four-wheeler trails, we can actually drone those as well. I don't have to go right to the swamp and put the drone up. We can stop a quarter mile before the swamp and put the drone up. I just think the bike makes too much noise. We'd never sneak up on something with the bike. Somebody's learning to drive the four-wheeler today, so we're in low gear for a little bit. She wanted to go for a ride, so I'm not going to say no. Anytime I can get them out of the house and away from electronics. Okay, so something clearly came out of there. Now I can see all kinds of raspberry canes right here. Some raspberries right there. So this would probably be bear, but you can clearly see where it came out of here. Pushed all this down. So my dad and I just talked about this morning. Here in Canada, gun laws are quite a bit different than in the States. We can't carry pistols here. Now, I am a gun owner. I do hunt. And I believe I could bring a rifle or a shotgun for protection. But I don't. in 40 years of fishing these back roads, traveling these trails with, you know, speckled trout hanging off my waist and everything. I've seen bears. I've never had an issue. If a bear sees you, it's gone. Even if it has cubs, I've seen them stand up and look at you. As long as you don't get between her and the cubs, she's gone. She'll send them, they'll climb a tree, and she buggers off. And as long as you get out of the area, I've never had a problem. But my dad and I did just talk about this morning. Now, if I went in somewhere that I was really not sure of, I might bring a gun. But for right now and the beginning of this series, and I never have in my life, I don't carry a gun with me in the bush. Unless it's hunting season, then all bets are off. Then I have a gun. Okay, so all along here, raspberry canes, where the animal came out was just up there, 30 yards. And look right here, there's another section where the grass is all matted down. So something has definitely laid here, rolled around, pushed all the grass down. And it's a little muddy here, so we might be able to pick up a track or two. And I did see a moose track right here. So, doesn't look that fresh. And I can see the trail here. There's a nice mud trap right here. So let's just take a look. Moose track right there. There. Right there. So these probably, I'm going to say, between a week and 2 weeks old. They don't look that fresh. Oh, okay. Right there's what I'm looking for. Right here. Do you guys see that? Right there. And there's a better one right there. Big old black bear print. Okay, here we go. Look at this. Black bear print, white-tailed deer print, and moose prints, all within a foot of each other. 10 inches of each other. So these mud holes are great places to stop and check out. There's an old four-wheeler track. Oh yeah, look at the bear prints going in here. So definitely my bet would be on a bear pushing all that grass down. And there's some more right here where you can see the grass has all been turned and matted. Probably looking for raspberries because this is all raspberry bushes here as well. And that's the whole point of this trip today, is to get down some of these trails that are further out where humans aren't going to be as much and check these traps and just see what's here. Can we find something interesting, weird, or unexplainable? And that, and throw the drone up. Smaller cub track here with the bigger track, so they're going both ways. I'm heading back towards the four-wheeler here now, so. But I've just spent 15 minutes, nothing that I can't explain here in this muddy section. So just off through the bush down here to the left is a river that I used to trout fish. I used to walk back here when I was a kid. I must have been desperate for trout or something. It would take me all day to walk to this point. So I want to put the drone up right here in this clearing. And there's a nice set of swamps down there if we can reach it from here with the drone. I'm not sure if we're within a mile we'll be able to get there, but maybe it's too far. Okay, we're 7 kilometers further back the road towards Sandam. There's a swamp here I'm going to drone. I wanted to mention, I was thinking about it, I've got to get some kind of track kit for plaster, because if I were to find something I would want to make casts, A, I don't know how to do that, B, I don't have anything, so if any of you guys can recommend a kit or something online, I would like to buy that and carry it with us. I would photograph everything and, you know, put stuff down for size, but I think you really need to cast any tracks that you find. I don't know that we ever will, but hey, if you guys can recommend something, please do. Go ahead. Trying to catch a frog. Too slow. Okay, so we are at the last place I'm going to put the drone up. There's a really nice swamp down there. This creek is full of trout. I've been here many times since I was a kid trout fishing. And nice big swamps up above so we can drone both sides. And unfortunately for this ant colony here, that's the flattest place there is to launch the drone from. So that's where we're going to do it. Wow, that was super sketchy, guys. I put the drone out as far as it would go, and I went to bring it down into the swamp and bring it back. Well, we lost signal. I guess the trees between here and the drone are what's important. It's not that it's clear up above, it's between you and the drone. The lost signal, so it started to send itself back to this position, but it didn't go up to its 120 meters that I have it set to. It was coming back at 30 meters, and I could see trees. I don't know if it recorded it, but it could have hit a tree. But we've got the drone back. The footage is here. Whew, that's enough droning for today. There's so many spots out here, guys. We only hit half the swamps that I wanted to show you on this trip. So we're going to drive back. If we see anything else interesting and noteworthy, we'll show you. But if not, thanks for joining us, guys. It's a 4.5 hour trip out here. We appreciate it. Love all the views and comments and everything. So keep it up, guys. We're going to keep looking all summer long.